It's that time again. The results are due for the Top Gear JD Power Car Satisfaction Survey. This year we asked you for your experiences with N Reg cars, and again, you came up trumps. You gave us enough data for 120 models, everything from Ford Escorts to Kia Mentors. So what you're about to see is the gospel according to you. The cars you rate as the most and least satisfying in Britain. Under this bedspread is the car you voted Britain's most satisfying motor. The car that delivers everything you expect of it and more. And I'm here to tell you, it's not a Toyota. But before I tell you exactly what car this is, let's look at the woof woofs, the dogs. You didn't like the Vauxhall Tigra, Omega and Corsa, while Ford didn't fare much better either. You gave a big thumbs down to the Escort, Maverick and Scorpio. According to you, Fords are only marginally better this year, but their dealers are as dull as ever. And it seems you don't like the Mondeo. That came in at number 93 out of 120, and you rated it poor on everything except electrical problems and body and interior problems, which you said were average to good. Seems like Uncle Henry needs to try a lot harder. And so do the people who make people carriers. 3 of the bottom 5 in this year's survey are MPVs. 5th from bottom is the hopeless Nissan Serena. 3rd from last is the Volkswagen Charan, and made in the same factory, the Ford Galaxy came just 1 from bottom. You say they're badly made, don't perform, and the dealers don't help. Now, this isn't your first Galaxy, is it?
No, it isn't. We had a previous one to this, but it was always going wrong. We had it for 3 months, and it was in and out the garage every week.
Would you like a biscuit?
Yes, please.
Well, soon after I got the vehicle, there was a safety recall on the air conditioning. When I got the vehicle back, it still wasn't working correctly, and it was pouring water out all over my feet. And unfortunately, I think that's caused a lot of the electronics to go wrong, and occasionally I have problems starting it.
But you actually like the machine, it's just the dealers that have let you down.
It was the dealers, definitely, because they just don't listen to you. You phone them up and they don't always receive your phone calls. They never phone you back. They just weren't interested.
When the car was delivered to us initially, this staining was on the carpet at the time. There was a recall notice on the door locks because they were stiff, and now, well, I don't really want to turn any harder than that.
You'll break it off.
Because I'll break the key.
So would you have another?
No. No, it's not even. I wouldn't have this particular type of car again, and Volkswagens aren't even in the picture for the next choice of car.
And apparently you're not as happy as you used to be with your Deus. The Espero is down this year at number 39, held back, you tell us, by too many electrical and miscellaneous problems. And surprise, surprise, you weren't that delighted with the Mercedes C-Class either. You reckon the engine performance wasn't good enough, and neither was the smoothness. That's in at number 40. We were all rather hoping those luscious, highly strung Italians had got better built with time, that they'd finally cracked their quality control problems. But you tell us, the latest generation of Fiats and Alfa Romeos are just as appallingly badly built as they always have been. The Alfa 146 came in at 113 out of 120. Not good. And it's the usual story, the same litany of mechanical, electrical and trim problems that let the cars down. Which is a shame really, because they look and handle beautifully. It's just that the Italians don't seem to be able to make cars properly. There are some very famous names in the bottom 10. Who would have thought cars like the Vauxhall Omega, Ford Scorpio and Vauxhall Tigra would be at the bottom of the pile? You put them there because the dealer charges, customer care, mechanical and electrical problems were all very poor. And at the very bottom of our survey, the car you reckon is the least satisfying in Britain. Well, that came as a huge surprise, because it is one of this particular manufacturer's very latest designs, so you'd think it would be one of their best. But according to you, that's not the case at all. It is the Vauxhall Vectra, not one of your favourites.
It's the worst car I've ever driven. The handling I've found has been absolutely appalling.
When you go put it into a corner, you're just glad it comes out the other side. And in weather like this today, I changed my route to work to try and avoid certain roads where I know it'll give me difficulties.
It's not very nice in a straight line, particularly like motorway speed, 60, 70 miles an hour. It seems to want to jump along the road.
After a couple of hours, you'll get backache, and it's such a wallowy ride. The children always complain of feeling sick in the back.
It's had new cam belt, water pump,
The windscreen washers have been given out.
fuel injector, gearbox replaced.
Even this week, it just developed a fault on the rear windscreen washer.
Things fall off. There's the gear lever,
Oh dear.
and permanently the airbag light is on.
So would you buy another?
No. Would I recommend it? No. Have I got it for another 2 years? Yes.
But our survey isn't just about bad news. We like to sing the praises of the good guys as well, like Jaguar. The XJ6 has come in at number 18 out of 120. Not yet! Go away. Number 18 out of 120, and you tell us the odd niggle is more than compensated for by the brilliant performance and excellent service. Even the venerable old XJS has managed to crawl into the top 10 at number 7. Apparently, you like your Jags. But Jaguar isn't the only car maker who understands how important customer care is. Saab, BMW, Honda, Volvo and Mercedes understand about those little touches that mean so much. And so do Subaru, Proton, Kia and Daewoo. But by far and away the biggest shock of this year's survey was Britain's most satisfying make of car. Now, are you sitting down? Have you got a stiff drink? Because it is this, Skoda. You said that this delivers so much for so little. Whatever Volkswagen are putting in the tea at Skoda, it seems to be working, because the Felicia came in at number 4 out of 120 cars. Strange, but true. And so to the Top Gear JD Power Top 10. As usual, it's dominated by the Japanese, with Nissan, Toyota and Mazda all with a good shout. A weird entry at number 5 was the Kia Mentor, but no surprises at number 2, Honda's thoroughly excellent Prelude. And at number 1, the top car in the Top Gear JD Power Satisfaction Survey is none other than... Ready? The Subaru Impreza. You absolutely raved about this car, and with the exception of fuel consumption, you gave it a very good on everything. You liked the dealers, you liked the customer care, you liked the way the car performed, the way it was screwed together. To you, this is the dog's twitcher. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at Britain's most satisfying car, and this is why.
Brilliant. It does everything I wanted.
So you've done 21,000 miles.
21,000 miles.
And you must have had something go wrong.
Battery, I think it was probably a faulty one when it was new, but went back to the dealer and they changed the battery. No argument, no problems.
21,000 miles, absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing at all. What can I say?
Is it the
Can I
best?
sell you one?
So 2 years, 19,000 miles, and not a single glitch, not a single problem.
Nothing at all. No, it's been great. It's a dream come true, really.
Put it this way, if it meant selling the house and living in a tent, we'd be in a tent but have the car.
And if you want the complete list of the good, the bad and the wretched, we'll give you the full Monty at the end of the show. So there you are, the sublime and the ridiculous, the most and the least satisfying cars in Britain. But finally, thank you for all your help, because this year a staggering 30,000 of you took part in our survey, for which I offer my heartfelt thanks. But look, don't leave it till next year if you've got a problem with your car. Write to us at Top Gear, because we need to know. Only by making enough noise will we eventually get the cars we deserve.